Hey, it's True Self. Are you wondering what self-love is? You sometimes question what that looks like. Well, today we're going to be going over a video by Simplifying.sam. She's another content creator and coach in the same space. And she also gives tips on how to manifest your true self and get out of the matrix of trauma that is elusive in our daily lives. I'm going to start off by playing her video, then I'm going to do my reaction. If you like this content, please like, share, subscribe to me and to her so that you can keep receiving updates on content that's going to help you attain and manifest your true self.
So do you actually love yourself, or do you just love the idea of yourself? Allow me to explain. If you love the idea of yourself, then what you are constantly doing is trying to bolster your sense of self through achievement, your physical form, the relationships in your life. You are constantly looking to call in more to make yourself seem bigger so that you can like this idea of who you are. You're someone who makes this much amount of money. You're someone who has this many friends. You're someone who, works out this many times a week. And if you consistently maintain that idea, then and only then will you access this feeling of love for yourself, or almost even like admiration. But that kind of love is conditional. And in my opinion, conditional love, it's just not love. It's attention seeking and egoic and very easy to damage, and so easily slips away as soon as you don't work out for a week, as soon as you don't eat healthy, or you gain 10 pounds, or the relationship dissolves, or you don't make as much money one year. Then all of a sudden that sense of self and that love is gone. If you really love yourself, then what you are saying or what you are embodying is, no matter what, I got my own back. I love me. I love how I move through life. I love how I learn mistakes. I love how many things I'm interested in. I love those little things like walking on a rainy day to the coffee shop and just like listening to a folklore Taylor Swift song. Like, I just love that about me. And when you make less money, or when friends leave your life, or when you gain 5 pounds, you're like, that's okay. We got this. It just, everything fluctuates because that's how energy is. Real love does not ask you to hinge your self-worth on anything. You don't have to earn it, right? So then why are all of us trying to earn our own love? Why are we saying to ourselves that we'll only feel good when we make this much money, when we finally lose this weight? And ironically, as a manifestation coach, what I understand is that you are in complete energetic opposition to that very thing that you want so badly. If I was insecure before being in a relationship, then now he doesn't text me back, she doesn't respond to my calls. These types of things are going to cause a lot of anxiety, and that's not happiness. That's not feeling secure in love. And so you are probably feeling anxious all the time because you have that relationship with yourself. You're basically like, oh my God, if you don't work out, or if you don't eat this, or if you don't make this much money, then like I'm going to leave you. That's what you're saying to yourself, and that's not very loving. So what I want to ask you is, how would you act if you already loved yourself? If you didn't have to earn it? I wonder what that would be like.
Alright, so essentially my reaction to this is, she's just right, family. Basically, how this transfers into relationships is, and this is romantic relationships, friendship relationships, anything. What happens is you can only know other people as deep as you understand and know yourself. That same aspect also goes to love, right? It all comes from within. If you don't give yourself that unconditional love, if you don't give yourself that care even when you fuck up, good and bad days, if you don't really look up to yourself like you're your own best hero, if you don't see the divinity within yourself, if you don't see the magic within yourself, how can you see it in the next person? What that looks like when you don't have that divinity within yourself, when you don't look at it and see it for what it is, your relationship is going to look like a constant cycle of love bomb and devaluations. It's going to look like things are good when they're good and they're shitty when they're not. I want you to ask yourself, what does that look like? It probably looks like how you love yourself when you're doing well, when things are good for you, or you're doing something that you think is good. Things are good. And then when you're not, things are bad. Devalue yourself, talk shit to yourself. You do the same thing to your partner. When things are good, they're good. When they're not, they're not. But when you have true self-love and true self-acceptance, you'll know what's important. I talk about understanding suffering in the video up there. You can go ahead and click it. And essentially, this all ties into, if you can understand and get a grip on what's important to you, in your life. You can start to filter out all the unnecessary things that make you not love yourself fully, that make you not love your relationships fully, that keep you from being your best self. Again, if this content vibes with you, please like, share, and subscribe so you can continue receiving content that's going to help you break out of the elusive matrix of trauma. Thank you.